First, we start off with a polynomial, x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 2. A simple way to remember this is the FOIL method. FOIL stands for first, which is the first component times the first component of the second multiple. Outer, you take the first times the outer of the second one. Inner, multiply the inner components. And last, so the last one you have to do. What this means is we multiply x times x, and we get x squared. X times 2 becomes positive 2x. 3 times x becomes positive 3x. And 3 times 2 becomes 6. We combine our like terms, and we get x squared plus 6x plus 6. This is our first way, multiplying polynomials using the FOIL method. The second method that you can use to multiply polynomials is something I like to call range or bob. What we're going to do is we're going to start off again with our equation, our polynomial, and what we're going to do is just make a face. We have the eyes, the ears, the smiley face, and the head. And we like to put a little hat on him. Here we can make a clown. Really, however you want. So, this is a way you can remember the first times the first one. We have x times x, we get x squared. Then we have 2 times negative 3. And we take this negative sign. We always take the signs in front of whatever this number is. We have a negative 6. Then we have x times a negative 3, so we get negative 3x. And we have 2 times x, we get positive 2x. We combine like terms again. And always make sure to properly write your variables in descending order. We always start with the highest variable, so 2x. We combine these like terms, and we get a negative x minus 6. And that will be your final answer. The third component, or a third way to remember this trick, is by just making sure to remember that every component goes to every other. Minus x plus 2. This means that the x is going to go to this one, it's going to go to the second term, and it's going to go to the third term. This term is going to go to this one, and this one. From this, we get x cubed, because of our x times x squared. Then we go x times negative x, and we get negative x squared. Then we get x times 2, so we get plus 2x. We go to our next component, we get negative 5 times x squared. Negative 5 times a negative x. A negative times a negative is a positive. An easy way to remember that is you have two negative signs and it just makes a positive. So we get positive 5x. And a negative times a positive is always a negative, and we get negative 10. We combine like terms. We have a like term here and here, and we have one here and here. So again, we make sure to have our variables in descending order. So we start off with x cubed. Then we go to our x squareds, and we have a negative 5 and a negative 1. So we get negative 6 because we are adding them together. Negative 6x squared. Then we add our x's together, and we get 7x. And lastly, we have just our plain number, minus 10. And that is our final answer. The last way to look at multiplying polynomials is by breaking it up and distributing. So we have an x plus 2 and an x minus 1. How we're going to look at this is you can break it up into an x times x minus 1 and plus a 2 times x minus 1. So this is multiplied by everything in here, and this is multiplied by everything in here. We use the distributive property that you guys should have learned before. So this becomes x squared minus x plus 2x minus 2. We combine like terms, we get x squared plus x minus 2.